All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to DuePoint. Welcome to everyone who's tuned in on a live stream around the country. My name is Rob van der Bijl. I'm one of the executives here. I'm going to be spending the next 45 minutes or so with you. We're going to go through what this business DuePoint is all about, what the opportunity is all about, and after the presentation, you're welcome to ask me any questions that you might have. Okay, so let's begin. As you can see, we're a division of a company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Constantia is a registered insurance company in South Africa. We've been around since 1952. We're listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange under a group called Conduit Capital. Constantia are just down the road from us, so their head office is just here in Randburg. The FSP number that we operate under is that one over there. That's very important. That's our financial services provider license number. So you'll notice on our website, or if you're in the foyer above our water cooler there, we've got all these certificates up on the wall. Those are Financial Services Board licenses. So now the FSB's changed their name to the FSCA. So we still got the old licenses. They haven't sent us the new ones yet, but I promise you they're still credible and they're legitimate. You can go Google us. What's important is that you trust the business that we're going to be speaking about this evening, because you cannot make any decision with regards to this business opportunity if you don't trust this business Constantia and this business DuePoint. So make sure that you get that settled as soon as possible. Myself, so the executive and the management team are these people up on screen. The first three individuals are registered chartered accountants in South Africa, starting with Mr. Benfield. So he's our senior executive. He heads up this division. His whole family are very much entrenched in financial services and insurance particularly. That's probably because Brendan's father, Dr. Brian Benfield, is a professor of insurance. He taught at Wits for 25 years. Dr. Benfield started Clientele Life all those many years ago. He started the IFA. He's had a lot of success in the financial services space. They've started businesses in Europe. They've assisted businesses get up and running in Australia. So they've got some wonderful financial pedigree in the Benfields. Tim and Stacey, they look after our accounting, the auditing, the regulatory requirements in our business. Then myself and Jane, we're the non-accountants. Jane is very experienced in network marketing, which is important to us because we're an insurance company. But the marketing growth model that we've adopted is one of referral and network marketing. And so Jane's experience is fundamental to our business. She's from the UK, so she brings good international experience with her to our team. And then myself, I've been working in advertising for over 20 years, all my career pretty much. I ran my own digital agency for a large part of that for about 15, 16 years. And that was fairly successful. We didn't retrench anyone. That's what I say to people. I had a successful business because we didn't retrench anyone in the 15 years. I think you can deem a business to be successful if it's paid salaries to everybody. But I exited that business and I joined the team here at DuePoint. We've got our client service staff too. We've got some admin staff, support staff. But generally our mandate as staff of DuePoint is to support everybody that joins us here at DuePoint. We want to see you effective, profitable, and successful at DuePoint, because as a business, we can only be successful and profitable if our wealth engineers, the people that decide to join us and collaborate with us, are being effective. And so we do everything in our power to support you. Everything that we buy, the technology that we invest in, is geared to support you in this business. So know that you have all that support. Don't ever feel alone in this business. Very quickly, give a little bit of recognition to the circumstance that the majority of us find ourselves in. So I know the people here are looking for something extra, right? People that are interested in an opportunity already have made that decision that they need something extra. And that's very much because of the circumstance that we find ourselves in, the economy, industry that we work in, the companies that we might work in, the way capitalism and the economic structure of most countries is structured that marginalizes a lot of people, right? And we are tired of that. We have realized that for us to take any control of our income, it is going to be upon our shoulders. And so all of this negativity, debt, the economy, the fact that your salary hasn't been keeping up with the cost of living, that's become a hot topic in the last week. Who knows what petrol's going up by in the next week? Another 80 cents? When petrol goes up, everything goes up, right? Groceries are going to follow. Everything goes up because distribution relies so heavily on transport. Transport relies on the cost of fuel. And they reckon we're going to be paying by next month 17 Rand a litre for petrol, right? It's going to have a dramatic effect on everything. And guess what? Do you think your boss is going to give you a raise this month because petrol went up? Not a chance. Not a chance, right? So we're tired of this. Don't get caught up in the debt cycle and don't let it affect your retirement. If you're going to sit back and watch all of this happen, you cannot complain. You don't have license to complain unless you try to do something about it. But I'm happy because I know this audience, you're here because you want to do something about it. And that's what this presentation is about. It is about opportunity. And as a business, Constantia, we saw an opportunity as a company, as a business, to create a division or platform. We call it the DuePoint system that we launched just over 2 years ago. And what the business is really about is opportunity. It's about giving people the opportunity, not specific people, everyone, the average South African, the opportunity to change their circumstance, to change their future. But beyond just creating additional income. So you might be thinking you've come to the presentation because you want some extra money in your back pocket. Beyond that, we have actually aspirations beyond just giving people extra money. We have to start thinking differently about money. And so we've got 3 aspirations for people that become involved at DuePoint. The first aspiration is we want to see people aspire to becoming debt-free as quickly as possible. Because I imagine everyone in this presentation wants to become wealthy. Do you all want to be wealthy? Do you want people to point to that person and go, look at that person definitely wealthy, right? You want to be one of those people. Can you become wealthy if you owe other people money? If you are in a debt cycle, can you be deemed to be wealthy? You can't. And so we must get rid of our debt as quickly as possible. Not earn more and then spend more so you can be in more debt, right? And so what we want to do is we want people to think differently about wealth, about creating wealth, about the empowerment of money, because you can look at money in 2 ways, and I'll illustrate that for you. But ultimately, our ultimate aspiration is just for people in this business to be happy. When everyone's moaning on Facebook that they had a bad year and the price of petrol is too expensive, I want people in this business to be smiling anyway and going, I'm fine because I'm creating extra income. DuePoint is paying for my extra petrol, right? So those are aspirations beyond just creating additional income. How does this business work? It basically works like this. As guests, you have the opportunity to join DuePoint this evening. Once you join DuePoint, you are deemed a wealth engineer. So that's what we call people that join us in this business, wealth engineers, because that's what we're doing. And as wealth engineers, you've got a single task. There is one thing that you need to do as a wealth engineer, and that is to go out and connect other people to the business. That's all you have to do. And if you can connect those people and show them an intro presentation, so you bring them to me or you take them to YouTube or you play a video on the USB stick that you can buy, you connect them to this presentation, and if we are successful in getting them to become wealth engineers and to take out one of our products through our online platform, that is the successful process that will lead to additional income for you. But the nature of the income that we produce here is what we call recurring nature or passive income. Recurring income is the ability to have an asset that pays you out not only at the end of 1 month, but at the end of recurring months, multiple months. The effort that you put in to this business in June 2018 won't only pay you at the end of June, it could potentially pay you at the end of July again, end of August, end of September, next year, in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time for the work that you did in June 2018. That is recurring income. All of us, if you're employed, you earn what we call active income. Do you think your boss gives you a salary in December for working in June? No chance. What happens if you don't go to work for 3 months? Do you get a salary? No, you don't. You have to earn every single cent with the minutes that you spend at work. In this business, you get to build an asset that will pay you out in recurring income. Power duplication, this system that we've built relies on leverage. Doesn't rely, but it uses leverage to its advantage. This is a great benefit because it's the ability for you to duplicate yourself. Because if you go out and you start building what we call this channel of distribution, if you go out and connect other people to this business, they will collaborate with you in growing your channel of distribution and in turn increasing your recurring income. So if you go find 10 people to do the same work you're doing, you have pretty much just duplicated yourself 10 times. You will benefit out of the effort they put into building their channels, in turn your channel, right? So leverage is a very powerful benefit. Our business is flexi time. You can decide whenever you want to do this business. You can do it on Tuesday evenings. You can do it every night. You can do it on Sundays. You can do it in the morning before you go to work. You can do it at lunchtime. You can do it anywhere in the country because the technology that we've put in place allows for that, right? There's no startup capital in our business. We've designed this business to be as low risk as possible. We don't have starter kits. We don't have registration fees or joining fees. We don't have boxes of product that you have to invest in to get started in this business, right? That marginalizes people. We want to make the business as low risk as possible so that it becomes as accessible to the average South African as possible. At the same time, we don't care about your experience, your qualifications. Again, that marginalizes a lot of people. Right? You can go through school, maybe you get matric, maybe you don't get a degree, you don't have work experience. Society will tell you, sorry, you can't have that. You're not educated enough, you're not qualified enough, you're not experienced enough. This business doesn't do that. This is equal opportunity for anyone who wants to put in the hard work. That's what we care about, hard work here at DuePoint. You get to build an asset. Now this is probably the most important benefit. Building an asset is powerful. That is the road to wealth. This channel of distribution that you're building, you have legal tender over it. What does that mean? It means you legally own your channel of distribution. If your channel of distribution is paying out a recurring income, it is intrinsic asset value, right? This business will keep paying you out beyond retirement. Your traditional job, your employer will say, oh, you're looking a bit old, it's time for you to retire. We want to stop paying your salary. And you have to support yourself again from the age of 60 or 65. People that get to retirement, majority of which have to go find another job. They become what we call financially dependent. They have to start depending on family, on children to support them. Right? And you're going to live till 90. That's 30 years, 25, 30 years that you have to try to support yourself. This business doesn't stop paying you. It'll carry on paying out when you're 60, in your 70s, in your 80s. It'll carry on paying once you die. Because the asset doesn't disappear. It's treated like an asset. You can leave it in your will. In your will, you can say, I want to leave my DuePoint channel to my 2 favorite children, not the 3rd children. I don't like that child so much. That's a joke, Gogo. Right? Because it's treated as an asset. Who would like to pass wealth on to their kids? Only David. The rest of you, you only want to have a big funeral. You're not going to leave anything to your children. Right? Majority of South Africans leave debt to the next generation. You have your funeral paid for and you leave debt. We don't want to do that. We want to have a nice funeral and pass wealth on to our children. You have that. You're empowered to do that through owning an asset, only through owning an asset. So I expect almost that people will be happy to sacrifice time building an asset because you're building something you have ownership over. There's no selling involved in our business. You don't speak about our products. You don't talk about our products. You don't have to give anyone advice about our products. This might confuse you because you're thinking, well, what are we doing here at DuePoint? Your only task is to connect people to the business opportunity. When you go speak to someone, you're going to say to them, are you interested in making more money? That's the premise. Not, are you interested in buying an investment product or an insurance product? Who do you think would be more interested in listening to insurance products? Not many people, right? You're definitely not going to sit in an hour presentation about an insurance product. This business is about the business opportunity. And so you don't speak about our products. You only speak about business opportunities. So you want to make more money? Come with me. I'm going to show you something. Recurring income, a company that's been around for ages, listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange. Come see what they have to offer, right? And so at the same time, because our products are financial, it means we don't have the issues around tangible products. Like I said, there's no boxes of product that you have to buy here at DuePoint. Who wants to sell products to their friends on the weekends? No. No, right? Me neither. The products don't take up space. Our products don't expire. We don't have stock and distribution issues. We've got systems that automatically take care of everything. And so our products are extremely convenient. But your success at DuePoint is dependent on your ability to build a channel of distribution. So this is what you're going to be doing at DuePoint, building a channel of distribution. You become a wealth engineer and you take out one of our products, and now you start connecting other people. If you are successful in that process, and this example, you've been successful with 5 individuals who became a wealth engineer, They took out one of our products and then they started doing the same thing you're doing. They also went out and started telling people about DuePoint, connecting people successfully to DuePoint. And this is what can happen to your channel. Your channel can start having this growth on its own. Beyond your first point, your channel will grow whether you like it or not. We have got thousands of examples of people's channels that grow beyond their effort. This is the leverage, the power duplication that you want in your business. But you have to be discerning. So this is my opportunity to give you a warning, to give you a tip. Because when you bring these first people into your business, make sure you are bringing the best quality people into your business that you can find. Not desperate people. Not people that have no money, no salary. Because you are becoming a burden to those people. And those people at the same time are going to become a burden to you. They're going to say, I need a lift, I need airtime, I don't know how to use the internet, I don't have email, I don't have that. Help me, help me, help me, help me. You need to find people that have the resources to thrive as DuePoint Wealth Engineers. You have to picture yourself as the boss of the company. When you're building your board of directors, do you go onto the street and say, anyone who wants to be on my board of directors, just come apply here. I'm accepting anyone. Or do you go out and look for your board of directors? Why is this important? Because that behavior there will filter into your entire business. If you bring desperate people that have no resources to do DuePoint, it's going to filter into the rest of your business, and your business will collapse every other month. Be discerning. Make sure you go find the best people to bring into your business. Right? So that's just a little tip. That's what a channel of distribution looks like. At the same time, do not romanticize entrepreneurship, and don't think in this business you're going to be rich overnight. That's what we call a get-rich-quick scheme. Right? It's not a get-rich. Have you ever heard of a get-rich-quick business opportunity? That's not the term, right? It's called a get-rich-quick scheme. Because it's a scheme, right? But now this puts you in a quandary, because now I say to the audience, well, who wants to be part of the get-rich-slow scheme? Anyone? He knows the answer. That's why he's putting his hand up. But who wants to get rich slowly? I'm telling you, you have to accept that. People work on wealth in terms of a long-term strategy. People that become rich overnight, they become poor over the next night. There is no instance anywhere in the world of someone who's become rich overnight and retained their wealth. Even lotto winners, they become rich, within a year they're poor again. They've shown documentaries on it. You can win billions, you'll lose it within a year or two. We have to work on becoming wealthy as a long-term strategy. Right? That's what this business is about, because it's a realistic proposition around wealth. If we were a get-rich-quick scheme, then I'd make some crazy claims up so that I could get you to join immediately. And then I would try to take as much money from you as possible. I would say to you, I can promise you, on your money, you invest your money with me, I'll give you 15% a week interest, right? But you need to invest at least 20,000. And then people go get loans, and they give me the 20,000. I'll take everyone's money and I disappear. All right? That's a get-rich-quick scheme. I don't want you to make the mistake of becoming desperate and impatient. This business, success, wealth is always premised on patience. So this is my warning slide. I don't want anyone to be confused about the proposition here. Quickly, we're going to go over our financial products. We've got 3 financial products here at DuePoint for you to consider. You can consider taking out 1, 2, or 3 products. It's completely up to you. The first product is called Access Wealth. It is our investment product, right? So if you want to create an investment, this is a great product for you. It's going to cost you 324 Rand a month. 100 Rand will be invested into a tax-free investment account every single month. On top of that, we give you some insurance, 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. Right? So with this product, our investment product, you have a little bit of insurance, and you can draw your investment out at any stage. So it's not a notice account. You can draw it out immediately. It takes us about a week to do the transaction, but it's not a 30 or 60 or 90-day notice period. So this is our investment product, Access Wealth. The second product is called Wealth Guard. It is only insurance. It's no investments, just insurance. So if you only want an insurance product, this is the product. 249 Rand every month, but this time you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. Now note I say personal accident cover. This is not funeral cover, it's not life insurance. This product only covers you in the event of death through accident. right? So it doesn't cover you for natural causes or illness. So you might be thinking, well, that's not a great product. But the beauty of this product is that it doesn't discriminate based on age and health, right? All those other products do. This product doesn't. We can offer this product to anyone over the age of 18. You can be 70 years old, you can be diabetic, you can have heart conditions, you can have cancer in the family, you can still take out this product. The premium's still $249, you still get 1 million rands with the personal accident cover. This is the beauty of Wealth Guard. So this is Wealth Guard. The third product is called Wealth Points. Wealth Points aims to save you money on the money that you spend every month anyway. So what it's trying to do is it's trying to reduce your cost of living expenses. So we looked at what people spend money on every single month, right? And we went to those companies. So you can see them all listed there. So for 299 Rand a month, you get to enjoy discounts from the list of partners that we have over there. We've got data partners, because we know everyone uses data on their phones. We've got ShopRite Checkers, we've got Takealot, Hirsch's, we've got all these retailers. Some of them are online retailers. We've got the Entertainer, which covers hotels and restaurants. We've got gym memberships, so they're FHM training for those people that want to have a beach body by December, right? We've got health and beauty. We've got car manufacturers. We think we've covered pretty much everything. We are always adding new partners to this business. Very exciting product. If you're looking for immediate benefit, Wealth Points is the product for you. You can change products at any stage. You can cancel products at any stage. You're not fixed into any long-term contract here at DuePoint. So those are 3 products. If you have any questions about the products, come speak to me. But they've been designed to be straightforward. All right? So we get asked the question, well, how does DuePoint pay people all this money? How do you do these holidays, and we give away cars, and we spend a lot of money on our wealth engineers? How does DuePoint afford it? This is basically our business model, and this separates us from a lot of financial services providers. Typical insurance companies, so all those other insurance companies you hear of, they spend a lot of money on marketing and advertising. Right? A huge portion of their budget goes into advertising constantly. At DuePoint, we don't spend a cent on advertising. We rely on you guys, on our wealth engineers, to go out and grow our business. And so we don't have to spend the billions that the insurance industry spends every single year on marketing and advertising. We can take that portion of our budget and give it to you in the form of our returns and our rewards program. Right? So those are the 2 ways to benefit as a wealth engineer. That's the way to derive value out of DuePoint, is primarily through our returns program. Our returns program is that recurring income every single month that you get, that extra paycheck that DuePoint will pay you every single month. So it works like this. We pay a base return fee of 27.50 Rand for every product you have in your channel. Right? So remember the first 5 people that you brought to DuePoint and they became wealth engineers, they took out our product? Those people, that product lies on your first point. They're 1 point away from you. And what we actually do is we pay you double on your first point. We pay you 55 Rand for every product on your first point, not once off, every month. Every month you earn 55 Rand going forward. And then on your second point, when those people start doing work, that product lies on your second point. And on your second point again, you earn 55 Rand. On the third point, you see the multiplier drops to 100%. And then as your channel starts growing and growing and growing and growing, you see the multiplier drops all the way down to 0.8. But we don't limit you at 0.8. From 0.8, in theory, into infinity, you will keep earning the 4% of the 27.50 Rand. We don't limit you on how big your channel can get to DuePoint. We don't limit you on how much money you can earn at DuePoint. We've got wealth engineers already beyond 0.30 in their businesses. Right? We would have to put another 4 screens here so that you could see what their channel looked like. They're not limited about how big their channels can get. Okay, so this is the mechanics of the returns. This is how we work out what we're going to be paying you. We get asked the question often, well, how quickly can I be earning a certain amount of money? Or how hard do I have to work to earn a certain amount of money here at DuePoint? So we built a 5-year plan. Have we all got a 5-year plan? Whose 5-year plan says you're going to be a millionaire at the end of 5 years? There we go. You're in the right place. Oh, everyone wants to be a millionaire, right? No, she's putting up her hand too. She's copying her friends, right? So I'm going to show you what our 5-year projection is like here at DuePoint, right? It's based on a premise, obviously. So the growth that we expect from you is that in your first month, you're able to bring 3 people into this business, right? So in June, we're right at the beginning of June, you've got the whole month to do it, bring 3 people in June, and then every month thereafter, you only have to bring in 2 people a month. Right? So in July, 2 people. August, 2 people. September, 2 people. You keep bringing 2 people every month. No holidays. If you can do that, after 6 months, you could be earning 2,500 rand a month in recurring income. 2,500 rand every month coming in from DuePoint. Some people might think, well, that's not a lot of money. If I've put 6 months of effort into this business, I'm only earning 2,500 rand a month. Who would like the 2,500 rand right now? Right now. Gogo, you got to put your hand up again. 2,500 rand right now. If I gave you 2,500 rand in cash right now, how long would it last? Tomorrow it's finished. Tomorrow, finished, right? And this is the mistake we all make. This is the mistake I make all the time. I only recognize this in myself, I think, at the beginning of the year. How long have I been telling the story for? Maybe at the end of last year. I started to realize the problem with us is that we think like consumers. It's the way the economy wants us to think. It's the way the economic system wants us to think, like consumers. You can hear it. Turn on the radio, talk about economists. They want to incentivize spending and buying, right? Because that'll improve the economy. But what it does is it pushes us generally into more debt. So if I give you 2,500 rand, I don't want you to spend it. You know what I want you to do with it? I want you to use it to pay your debt off only. Because you don't realize the impact of that. If I give 2,500 rand to someone who's trying to invest money or trying to create wealth, I promise you they don't spend the money. They decide, how can I use the money to empower me further? Because you can make more money out of the money that's in your back pocket. Do you realize that? And paying your debt off faster is one of those ways. We don't realize it. I'm going to show it to you. Here's an example of someone with R1 million debt. They went and bought a house for R1 million. Well, they financed it. They didn't have the money. The bank gave them the money, and they promised to pay the bank back for 20 years. Right? So at the prime lending rate plus 2%, for example, on R1 million, you're going to be paying back the bank 11,500 rand a month for 20 years. So if you're 40, like me, you only make your final payment when you're 60. I become a homeowner for the first time in my life at the age of 60. But at 40, I joined DuePoint, and 6 months later, with some success, I'm earning 2,500 rand. I remember Rob saying to me, don't spend the money. It's easy to spend the money. I can do it like that. Take the money, put it into your debt. So I decided to do that. I put it as an additional payment into my bond. What is the net effect of that? Why would you want to pay your debt off faster? Because in this exercise, if you put 2,500 rand into your R1 million bond every single month, you will reduce the bond term from 20 years. It won't take you 20 years to pay the house off. You'll finish paying the house off after 11.5 years. That's nearly half the time that you take. Do you know how much money you save in interest? Nearly 1 million rand in interest is saved in that exercise. Who's going to have R1 million rand in their retirement funds at the age of 65? I'm looking at the younger people here. Right? That exercise saves you just in interest charges. My point is, you're either on the good side of compound interest or you're on the bad side. If you owe money, you're on the bad side. If you don't owe money, if you have investments and assets, you're on the good side. Get to the good side as quickly as possible. At month 12, you're earning in excess of 100,000 rand in annual recurring income. Who would like a 100,000 rand check every Christmas? You can give me 2, 3. Every year, because it's recurring income. It's not once-off income. But you have to keep working. 2 people every month, 2 people every month. At month 24, you're earning nearly 30,000 a month. You see how quickly that escalated? Huh? Everyone was looking a little sad at 2,500 rand. 2 years from today, you could be earning nearly 30,000 rand a month. You keep pushing it. 36 months, you're earning nearly 50,000 rand a month. Tell me when the number is too big for you. Because the number does, it gets too big for some people. You think, oh, now he's talking about rainbows and fairies and unicorns with that number. Because it only gets bigger. That is the beauty of building an asset. If you build an asset properly, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. At month 48, you're close to 70,000 rand a month. And after 5 years, so if you all got a 5-year plan, yeah, you're earning nearly R1 million in annual recurring income every single year. I take that 100,000 rand check, I give you a million rand check every December. Unfortunately, the taxman takes about 400,000 from you. But that's okay. You can still live with 600,000 extra over and above your salary. Who believes that they can get to a million rand a year in their flexi-time job? No one believes it? You don't have to believe it. It's academic. It's theory. I've shown you a theoretical projection. But I've got people doing it. And we invite them up onto stage all the time. Some people do a little bit less than 3 plus 2. Some people are doing 3 plus 2. Some are doing more than 3 plus 2. Everybody is different. Everyone's different. Here we got Lynette. She joined us the day we launched this business. Over 2 years ago, the value of her channel's paying out 16,000 rand a month. She's brought 19 people into the business. It's translated to over 2,000 people. 2,000 products in her business. We've already paid her, in the last 2 years, we've paid her 100,000 rand. She's from Vanderbijl Park. She's a pensioner. Right? She does nothing else. Here we got Siyabonga, is from KZN. Joined 15 months ago. The value of his channel sitting at nearly 10,000 rand a month. He's earned nearly 100,000 rand. He brought in 36 people. So he connected 36 people successfully to this business. He's got 307 products in his channel. Do you see the leverage? You don't have to bring all 300 people. You only have to bring in the 36. People think, oh, if I'm going to get part of network marketing, I have to bring thousands of people to the business. You don't have to bring thousands of people to the business, but you have to be consistent every single month. Here's Patrick and Pumi. They joined 2 years ago, so I think they joined in the first week we launched the business, so not quite to the first day. They're from Joburg. Their average return, so if you take all the money that we've paid them and divide it by the 27, 28 months, their average is sitting at nearly 33,000 rand a month. On average, they had 708 people join their business last month. In 30 days, 700 people joined their business. That's leverage. They didn't bring the 700 themselves. They only brought in 10 people last month. But that's the beauty of building an asset. That's the beauty of power duplication, leverage. They've got a business where everyone's working in the business, right? In the last 2 years, they brought 234 people into their business. But their business is massive. They've got over 10,000 people in their channel. So I know, if you're looking at that model and going, oh, no one can become a millionaire in 5 years. These people are on their way. We're only 2 years in. Their businesses are growing exponentially. We've got thousands of people joining this business every single month. Everyone's running a different race. You have to decide what you want out of this business. I don't decide that for you. The system is the same for everybody. You decide what you want. And that is going to be based on your belief system, by the way. If you don't believe it's going to work, you're not going to put any effort into it. If you take a step of faith and go, right, I'm going to believe that I can do it and I believe in this business DuePoint, then you put in the effort. So decide what your belief system is. What is the decision we need to make? It's not whether you want, who wants R1 million a year? Everybody wants R1 million a year, right? Who's willing to put the work in? That's the decision for me. Will you leave this presentation tonight going, right, I've already decided. Every week, I'm putting in about 5-6 hours a week in this business. Or do you say, oh, I want money like Patrick and Pumi. I'm going to put in 40 hours a week in this business. Or you go, I'm not so sure about the business. I'm just going to try maybe 10 minutes a week. That's a decision you guys make. No one else makes that decision for you. We make getting started extremely easy. It takes you about 7 minutes to become a wealth engineer. You jump onto one of our iPads or your smartphone, go into the app, go into our website. 7 minutes later, you're a wealth engineer. You can start building your business in the 8th minute. Read our code of conduct. That's very important because that's our contract that we have with you. And then start applying yourself to this channel, aka your business. Start applying yourself to your business that you've just started. Watch the training. Set goals for yourselves. If you don't have a goal, you have no direction. You can't have a plan or a strategy unless you have a goal. So few people set goals for themselves. Set the goal, prepare the plan, and then the simple activity of speaking to people. That's all this business requires, is that you speak to somebody. Tell them, you're moaning about the petrol price? I've got a solution for you. You're moaning about that your husband or your wife got retrenched? I have a solution for you. You're moaning about your salary? I have a solution for you. It's the number one commodity that exists in the country today is opportunity. You just have to connect those people to the opportunity. That's all you have to do. Get the merchandise. The merchandise is designed to empower your channel building, right? Business cards for me are the most important piece of merchandise. Because what prospecting, what connecting people is, what doing propositions, making propositions to people is all about trust. Trust and credibility. If I come up to you and I say to you, I've got something for you, you look at the way I dress, the way I talk, if I have business cards or not, and you decide, can I trust or can't I trust this person? Get the business cards. People will trust you more. They will find you more credible. You will be more successful in connecting people if you have business cards. Look at the other merchandise. We've got USB sticks with all the intro presentations on there, so you don't have to use data if you don't want to. Right? So take a look at the merchandise on display. Pricing's on the counters, available for us to send anywhere in the country. Like our Facebook page, we've got content being produced daily in Facebook. Right? It's your number one way to connect to what's happening here at DuePoint is through Facebook. Our YouTube channel, it'll tell you every time that camera gets turned on to be broadcast around the country. Right? So make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then the most important thing is download the mobile app onto your smartphone. If you don't have a smartphone, guess what you're going to be investing in? A smartphone. If you want to do this business, get the smartphone so that you have your mobile app. The mobile app tells you what's happening in your business in real time. Every single point in your business, who's paid, who hasn't paid, who's going to pay, the apps that have come through, everything is in that app, right? And we're developing that app constantly. Teamworks meetings. So we have a wonderful session after our intro presentations on a Saturday for everybody to tune into. So it's on Saturday mornings at 11:30 till 12:15, where we discuss the fundamentals of this business. If you are brand new in this business, and even if you're experienced in this business and you've never been to a Teamworks meeting, make sure that you watch a Teamworks, because it tells you the most important stuff about being a wealth engineer, the stuff to focus on, the stuff to stop worrying about, the stuff that you need to build a business at DuePoint, the fundamentals. So make sure you tune into that. It's always available on YouTube Live. Onto our XP Rewards program. Our XP Rewards program is like the cherry on top. If you're earning money every month through our returns program, you're going to really enjoy the rewards program, because the rewards program is the stuff we reward you with when you are being successful at DuePoint. So it begins like this. If you become a wealth engineer this evening, you will start out as rank 0, right? You see, you're not on the screen because you're not important yet. But you need what we call experience points. You see there, it says you need 1,000 XP to be rank 1. You can earn 1,000 XP here at DuePoint in 30 seconds, easily, right? Anything that you do as a wealth engineer is going to earn you XP. And then you need 4 products in your qualified channel, and if you meet those 2 criteria, you become a rank 1 wealth engineer, and we pay you 55 Rand extra to say well done for becoming rank 1. But as you start collecting more experience points and your channel starts to grow in size, the rewards get bigger and better. There's a 20,000 Rand check waiting for you, a 50,000 Rand check, right? We've got people in 2 years, they're already sitting down here. In 2 years, right? So this is just the beginning over this part. We give tools to our wealth engineers that help them build their channels more effectively. USB sticks with all our videos, fancy things that plug into any device. At rank 7, we spend 12,500 Rand buying business cards for you. Not any business cards, 12,500 Rand business cards. You get 1,000 cards that are what we call gilded in gold. Remember the Bibles that they wrap in gold around the edges? It's the same process, right? Not many people around the world do that anymore. There's an old man in Cape Town doing it for us. Why would we spend so much money on business cards? Again, because this business is about trust and credibility. When you go out trying to connect people, they're going to want to trust you before they listen to anything you say. If you put a 12,500 Rand business card on the table, I promise you your credibility goes up. You, the boss in the room. The person with the most expensive business card is the boss in the room. Have you seen American Psycho where they all compare business cards in the movie? It's a great scene, right? You're going to be the guy or the lady with the best business cards. Again, it helps your channel building exercise. At rank 9, this is our first recurring reward. So this is a reward that you get to enjoy every single year with your family, because we take your family, your husband, your wife, your kids to our rank 9 international conference every single year. So we've been doing it in December. We've already booked tickets. We've already booked flights. We fly your family business class to a 5-star luxury resort for 7 days away. All expenses paid trip. All expenses paid trip. Who's flown business class? It's great, right? You think to yourself, I'm never flying economy again after you fly business class. Imagine flying business class every single year for the rest of your life. That's the opportunity. So take a look. We took video of our last rank 9 conference trip. Picture yourself there. Soon, hopefully, in the next couple of years, you want to get to rank 9. So that's available for everybody in the room. We had one gentleman, Spamandla, he got there in 5 months. He sat down in a presentation like this. 5 months later, he was ranked 9. Records are made to be broken. Right? For the other wealth engineers, some of them took 12 months, some have taken more than 12 months. It is up to you. Again, no one dictates to you how fast you have to do this business or how slow. You get to decide that. This is a week of living like a millionaire. That's what we want you to do. We want you to experience what it's like to live like a millionaire for a week. Because the more you push this business, the closer you're going to be to that point where you'll be taking your own holidays, business class with the whole family, 5-star only. At rank 11, we spend R250,000 on a brand new car and give it to our wealth engineers. Who would like a brand new car for free? Mahala. No T's and C's, no DuePoint stickers, no give it back to us. We buy the car cash in your name and you take it. You can leave DuePoint the next day. We don't take the car back. It is yours. This is rank 11. Our program goes up to rank 28. This is just the start. Some people think, oh no, they're wealthy. At this stage, if they got a free car and going on rank 9 holidays, they're wealthy. It is just the beginning. I want you to stretch your imagination with the possibility in this business. Because we want you to be here for the next 20, 30, 40 years. Maybe even your children will take over your business and carry it on. We've got additional incentive, more benefit that you can derive as being a wealth engineer. So every month what we do is we do this thing called the Wealth Quest. See the little pink WQ? That stands for Wealth Quest. And June's Wealth Quest is called the Quest for Quality. And in the month of June, what we challenge you to do this month is that if you're able to bring 2 new people into the business and help them get qualified, so they need to find 3 people each, right? You help those 2 new people get qualified, and if everybody pays on your first and second point, so this is what this thing here says, 100% BPQ, which means everyone on your first and second point has to pay their product successfully. If you can achieve that in the month of June, you can choose between a brand new Apple iPad or an Apple iPhone, or take 5,000 Rand in cash home, on top of your recurring income, your return at the end of the month. So that's a little bit of incentive for the month of June. I hope that gets you more excited. Not that you need more excitement. Do you need more excitement? I need to put more stuff on the table. No? Yes. Okay. Guys, so what is the decision we need to make? I can put as much stuff on the table as possible. There's still more to come. I said rank 28. We only went up to rank 11. The money is endless. We don't limit anyone on the amount of money that they can earn through the returns program. The decision is, right now in your brain, I would love to be able to just mind read everybody that's sitting here right now. The decision is, have you thought about what you're doing tomorrow, or even this evening? Have you thought about that, or are you still sitting back skeptical, wondering, I wonder what I should do? No one is going to force you to do this. As I said, I like to be a bit facetious and think, you know what? People that aren't doing anything, you don't have a license to complain about anything. You're only allowed to complain if you're doing the business and you're in the bustle and you're frustrated with people and you're frustrated in business, because that's what entrepreneurship's all about. It's frustrating as hell. But the reward is worth it. That's why entrepreneurs do it, because they're after the reward. So you need to picture yourself in 10 years' time. Picture yourself in 10 years' time earning 150,000 Rand a month, going on holidays overseas every year, looking at all the new people coming into DuePoint, telling them you must work every month. Right? Can you picture that? That's the invitation. You can start doing it tonight, tomorrow. In 6 months' time, you can be making an impact. DuePoint could be paying for all your groceries in 6 months' time. Who would like all their groceries paid by DuePoint? Sure, it must be cold, because you people have got cold in your bones tonight. You can't even move. Guys, that is the opportunity, right? You have to take a step of faith. You're looking at this guy for the first time. You may be hearing about a business for the first time. But if you are 100% risk averse, you must stay at home under a blanket. If you want reward in your life, you have to take some risk, right? So I'm inviting you, take a little bit of risk in 2018. See where this business can take you. You've got all the support. This entire business is behind you. We want to see you successful. We will support you. We will have meetings with you. We will help you. We'll look at your business. You can ask us as many questions as you want. So that is my invitation for you this evening. Are you going to make 2018 the same as last year, or are you going to make it a year that stands out from any other year in the past? Because as we know, time just goes by. It doesn't wait for us. If you have any questions, come speak to me. I wish you the best of a week and even better year. Embrace it. Good luck.